So after several years of being a SSP provider and going through it with lots of people and following as Unite, the parent company of the Safe and Sound Protocol, has um, broadened and deepened its understanding of the nervous system and how the Safe and Sound Protocol supports the nervous system. I have learned so much and it has been so beautiful and it has really shifted my understanding of how I bring the listening into my work. So, generally speaking, my what I offer is falls under the umbrella of nervous system work, which is not a super easy to grasp set of words. So, I am making this video to give people just an intro to what do I mean when I say nervous system work and how does the listening play a role? This is to support your understanding as you consider doing the work or as you get started doing the work, but it is also to clear up some misconceptions that have been really common. The first one is that the SSP is or the listening modality is the work. So we are not doing the SSP, we're doing nervous system work. And the Safe and Sound protocol, or also now the Rest and Restore protocol, which is a new protocol that Unite has created, those may play a role in your nervous system work, but they may not. Even those who, for all intents and purposes, look like a really good candidate for using a listening modality, once we get in there and try it out, your nervous system may say, hey, this is not the right fit for me right now or long term. And that does not that does not take the nervous system work off the table. The nervous system work is in and of itself, um, if sufficient to support someone in reaching two main goals. One is the nervous system work gets us in touch with how our nervous system functions uniquely to us, both generally how the technology works and then how it shows up uniquely in your body. And it gets us into a place where we can start to understand where our nervous system capacity is, how to increase that capacity, and how to be honest about that capacity. And I have a whole video about about capacity that I'll link below. And I really encourage you to look at that. So, in a very short way, it's just basically about understanding that we all have a unique capacity at any given moment in terms of our nervous system in managing life stressors. Life will always be putting stressors into our cup, and sometimes that causes it to overflow. And so the nervous system work is about learning how to take some of those stressors out so we're not overflowing through regular daily nervous system resourcing, through responding to uh, nervous system fight, flight, or freeze moments with some resourcing, through understanding where we can not add to the overflow, and about learning how to just be really honest, and shift our expectations for ourselves and the expectations of others through that honesty when we're at that overflow. So that is one huge goal of the nervous system work, is to get you into real clarity about how to increase capacity and how to be honest about your capacity. And then the other aspect of the nervous system work is to build a really solid foundation upon which you can do deep self inquiry work. A lot of us come to therapy, EMDR, uh, parts work, internal family systems, any kind of therapy or self inquiry, even the work of Byron Katie. And we have so little capacity within our nervous system that as soon as we just even like touch upon some of those big emotions or traumas that are stored in our body, we just shut everything down subconsciously because our nervous system is like, nope, we're not going there. We do not have the capacity to address those things. And so therapy can be really frustrating because we can talk and talk and talk about these painful experiences that we've had, and we don't see shifts in our behavior or thoughts or emotions in our like day-to-day lives. And so doing nervous system work sets you up to increase that capacity or be honest about your capacity in a way that's like building a foundation. And then the house of the behavioral and emotional and thought change that you want to gain from self inquiry can be on a really sturdy foundation. And I have training as a speech pathologist and as a life coach. So I do offer self inquiry work as a part of the nervous system work experience. And I am not trained as like a clinical psychologist or licensed mental health provider. So if and when we get into places that where really more support is makes the most sense, I refer folks out to someone who is trained to be able to hold that. So the nervous system work is offering us those two pieces, building capacity and being honest about capacity with self and others, and setting up a strong foundation for self inquiry and then embarking on that self inquiry. Neither of those are calming down or eliminating stress from life. Uh, Being calm all the time is not safe for mammals because there's constant pain and loss in our current reality. So if we were super duper calm all of the time, we would quite literally be in physical danger. Um, and again, it's not meant to eliminate all stressors because stressors are information. When our body communicates that it's experiencing stress, it's helpful for us to get that message. We may not act on it in the way that may feel like reactivity, but it's we may because the autonomic nervous system is called autonomic because it's an unconscious automatic mechanism that happens without our control. So we're not going to control or change the nervous system. We're going to learn to understand, respect, and support the nervous system. So we're not going to be eliminating all stressors from life, and we're not going to be calming down all of the time, but we are going to learn how to really notice how the stress is moving in our body, support it, and be honest with others about our capacity that may be limited when there is increased stressors and decreased capacity. Uh, so all of that to say, I'm really excited to be able, just like super honored and thrilled, honestly, to be able to do this work with folks. I love it. I love spending time with people exploring these things. And while being able to work one-on-one with someone on these things is awesome, it's also expensive and time consuming. And that's not going to be the right fit for everyone. So I do my best to offer a ton of resources, free resources on this YouTube channel. Um, and if you ever want a video or a resource that you don't see here, I am so delighted for people to reach out to me through my website. I also have a newsletter if you want to sign up for that, where I share resources. And I love emailing with people. I'm excited to share about anything that I know. So reach out to me on my website if you ever have ideas for things that I could put on here, or things that you want to learn more about, because I want to make as much of this free and available. The listening modalities, the SSP and the RRP, are really cool, but they're not the only way to support your nervous system. And there's lots of other ways. So I love you all, and thanks for being on this journey with me.